Pass by Burkholder's almost stolen, recovered by Chaz left side. James Skorjanek, a three, and he buries it. James Skorjanek, a huge three. 6 points on the night, and a timeout is called. 1:30, we have a tie game. The 1-2 pitch to Lucero. This one is really well struck, going back toward the wall. Did he do it again? And he did! Ty Lucero, a two-run bomb, and that's the second home run of the season.
Burks has it, drives it left side, pulls up at the top of the key, gets it to go. 10-point game. Buffalo's down. Here it goes, Texas the other way, driving left side and rejected by Andre Robertson. Back the other way now is Alec Burks. He'll slow it down, pass across for three. Corey Higgins left side. Oh, can't get it to go. If that would have gone, I think the top would have blown off the Coors Event Center.
Crossover dribble poked away by Jenna Nussens, picked up by Patton. She plays it up for Jenna, right side, layup up and good with 9 seconds left. Jenna Nussens, she is on fire!
This is Brandon Bird with your afternoon sports update, Christmas edition. Was the day before Christmas and all through the league, everyone was hurting. They were all under siege. The MRIs were handled by the training staffs with care in hope that Aaron Rodgers would soon be there. All of the players lying on their training table beds. It's been a while since we've seen Julio Jones dreads. Von Miller with his ACL and Romo with his back have just been put on IR for a long winter's nap. When all of the sudden from Denver arose such a clatter, the fans watched their TV sets to see what was the matter. Changing the channel, they push buttons in a flash. They got out their coolers and their beers they did splash. It was Peyton Manning playing in the new fallen snow. The temperature outside was at least 30 or below. And what to watchful eyes should be seen but a Manning throwing a touchdown on a Wes Welker screen. With a really old QB, his signal so quick, they knew in a moment it must be an old trick. More rapid than Eagles scoring they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Welker, now Decker, now Thomas and Dreesen. On hurry, on Omaha, 49 is Mike, and he's blitzing. To the back of the end zone, soared the top of the ball. Now touchdown, now touchdown, now touchdown for all. And in the driving snow, did Manning let the ball fly? The Super Bowl being played under the New York sky. It didn't matter who they were playing, how hard it was snowing, or how bitter the cold. Peyton Manning showed everyone that winning a Super Bowl, you can never be too old.
All right, welcome back here to Clute Arena at the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. The intensity, the atmosphere is starting to pick up. They're announcing the starting lineups. You can feel a little bit of the nervous tension from the parents behind me, parents across from me, so it's going to be a good one. Final thoughts before we get this one started. Yesterday, Jake tweeted in, asked us, can the girls beat Pagosa Springs, who's undefeated? Can anyone? Well, I've seen these girls play. They can beat anyone. Pagosa Springs has not played a rebounding team. Now, they have a tall girl themselves, but let's understand this. As a team, Sterling rebounds like no other team in this state. They average more than 10 rebounds per game than the next closest team does per game. So Sterling, truly an elite rebounding team. Sterling, the higher seed, considered the road team. They're wearing their road uniforms, black with orange numbers and orange and white trim. The Pagosa Springs Pirates, they're wearing their white uniforms with black and gold trim. They'll be moving right to left here. Your Tigers moving from left to right on your radio dial. They're in their final team huddles. They're talking things over. We're all set here. We're ready for this one. It's going to be a good one. Before we get started, one more stat for you. In the first two games of the tournament, Sterling won by a combined 148-72. So I know this is a tough one, but I believe Sterling's up for the task. Let's see it. Tip ball's up. Tip is won by Pagosa Springs. It will be Lucero that walks it up the court over the midline. Sterling starting out in a 1-1-3 zone. Pass into the corner, right side for Bryant. Back up top for Lucero. Bryant working the right arm near the timeline. She'll dribble top of the arc. Left side now. Lucero, they're just working the arc. Crispin tipped it out, recovered by Pagosa Springs. Now right side is Lewis. Pagosa Springs trying to work it low. Tigers not letting anything, a tip and a turnover there. for the Pirates. Back the other way goes Sterling. Good start defensively. Knutson, the right-hand dribble. She'll give it off to Patton on the right timeline. Swings it up top for Adney. Left side for Chavez. Now Patton catches top of the circle. Pulls up. Jumper at the near elbow. That one's no good. Offensive board tipped back by Chrisman. One board already there for Chrisman offensively. Chrisman hands off to Jenna Knutson. She pulls up. They're going to call a travel and a turnover there for the Tigers. Both teams looking maybe just a little bit jittery, not as aggressive as you'd expect both these teams to be. They don't want to pass it down low and turn it up in a game like this. Once that first basket falls for both of them, I'm sure they'll kind of get into the flow. Tigers in their usual press. Pagosa Springs gets it across the midline. Shahan, bounce pass, and that is out of bounds. Another turnover there for Pagosa Springs. That's number 2. 6:51 remaining. We're a minute 9 seconds in. No score on the board. Both teams kind of playing patient. We're used to seeing Sterling play so fast. Chavez has it. Passes up to Chrisman. Chrisman, cross-court pass to Knutson. Right side along the arc. Down low for Patton. Puts it up on the glass and in. Marin Patton, the first 2 points of this game. Tigers on top early. Now Bryant has it in the backcourt. She's struggling with the pressure. Dumps it off. Gets it to Lucero. Lucero across the midline for Lewis. Lewis sprints into the paint. Goes right through Kenzie Chrisman, who draws the charge. A turnover there for Pagosa Springs. And Sterling, they're on it defensively here to start the game. Chrisman just standing her ground, got plowed over by Madison Lewis. And so turnover number 3 for Pagosa Springs. Now Knutson over the midline. Weaving through traffic. Off to Chavez. The scoop shot no good. Rebounded by Adney. She puts it up. That one's no good. Rebound finally pulled down by Madison Lewis, and she will have it in the backcourt. Working against Patton. She brings it over the midline. Lewis, left side arc now. Blows it up. Tigers, I think they're staying in some zone here. Now right side pass for Lucero. Dumps it down low for Strohecker. That shot won't go. Rebound, spot for, pulled down by Shahan. Rebounded by Strohecker. She lays it up and in. Couple offensive boards given up there by Sterling. We'll see how Pagosa Springs continues to rebound against this excellent Sterling rebounding team. Chavez gets hit on the arm as she's driving over the midline. That's going to be on Hannah Lucero. Her first for reaching in, first team foul for either team in this game. 2-2 here. The score 5:41 remaining in this first quarter of play. And it's just a different atmosphere than the other games I've been in all season. You can just kind of feel the tension. Knutson, left side arc. Makes a couple passes, pulls up her dribble, now swings it into the corner for Pat. Pat works it back up top for Knutson. Knutson dribbles in between the circles. Gives off to Chrisman. Chrisman, the give and go with Knutson down the lane left side. Layup too strong, rebounded by Chavez. Chavez, turnaround jumper. That one's too strong over the backboard. Rebound finally pulled down by Shahan. Shahan gives off on the right side for Bryant. She works it down the sideline. Chavez on her. Bryant into the paint. Draws contact on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Just hit on the right side, I think. And they're going to call that on Maggie Adney. That's her first team foul here against Sterling. So on the line, Emily Bryant, a 58% free throw shooter on the year. She hits the first. A 5'8" senior is Bryant, averaging about 8.2 points a game. 4 different players for Pagosa Springs, averaging over 7.5 a game. It usually indicates pretty good balance here in girls basketball. Emily Bryant hits the second. Now Knutson. Cross to Adney. Pagosa Springs pressuring as well. Nice bounce pass for Chavez down low for Taylor Knutson. Lays it up off the glass and in. Sweet assist for Chavez and Taylor Knutson on the board. Now Lucero breaking the press. Gets it up to Lewis. Lewis dribbles into the circle. Slows up. Loses control and turns it over. Fourth turnover for Pagosa Springs. 4-4 the score here. 4:41 remains. Knutson catches. Delivers to Taylor. Back to Jenna. Just trying to calmly break the press. They do this every day in practice, you got to imagine. Chavez tries to force a shot. It gets tipped out of bounds, so it'll stay here with the Tigers. Chavez playing a little bit out of control here early, the freshman. See if her teammate, Knutson, who has been here before, can't kind of settle her down a little. Now Chavez catches right timeline. Zone defense, no man for Pagosa Springs. We'll switch on that reversal. Chavez, crossover dribble, into the paint, kicks out. Taylor Knutson fires a three on the left side, and she buries it right between the eyes. 3-point lead for the Tigers, 7-4. Taylor Knutson with 5 points early. Now on the backboard, Lucero gets it into the front for Shahan. Shahan pulls up, a couple feet inside the circle. Out to Lewis. Lewis works it up top for Lucero, back to Lewis. Lewis working the arm. Now Lucero has it in the corner. Dump pass down low for Strohacker. Strohacker thought about going up with it. Maggie Adney playing good defense down there. They work it back out. Still trying to pass along the arc. Now an open three on the left side. Taken by Lewis. That one is off the mark. Rebounded away by Chavez. Chavez will bring it over the midline. Now Chrisman has it. Left timeline for Knutson. Up top for Taylor. Now Chavez into the lane. Kicks out for Jenna. Jenna fakes the pass. Drives. Top of the key. Kicks it out left again for Taylor. Now down low. Kinsey. Turnaround jumper in the lane. No good. Offensive board there by Maggie Adney. Up top for Jenna. Quick pass down low. Kinsey Chrisman. Great pass. The shot is up and good and a foul. Kinsey Chrisman showing no effects of the shoulder injury from yesterday, even though it's pretty heavily taped up. She'll go to the line for the and one. Tigers executing offensively very well, being efficient. That was one of our keys to the game, and a timeout called by the coach here, Wes Lewis. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to 1230 KSTC.